Now let's get started. I must say it's getting more and more popular, but still, urban life seems to be much more popular among people in my country. This is clear from the fact that, the number of residents in Tokyo, where I live, has been on the rise, which means that, many people want to live here. So yeah, urban life is very sought after, but at the same time, it is also true that more and more people are being attracted to the rural life because of the peacefulness or tranquility of nature. Surrounded by beautiful mountains and trees, and many people want that. Is it always a bad thing? I don't know about that. Well, of course, it is very sad. It is very unfortunate to see, local cultures disappear. If many younger people move to urban areas, and as a result, there's nobody left in a small town who, maintains their local, for example, festivals, or how to make their local food or something like that. It is very unfortunate. But when it comes to, the migrants themselves, for the people who move to urban areas, for them, maybe urban life is a very positive thing, because urban life is, after all, very convenient. We have anything like shops, restaurants. We have everything in a big city. That's a good question. I would say living in the countryside will be more convenient in the future because of the internet. As long as we have internet connection, we can, get anything we want, from Amazon, right? Even if you live in a middle of nowhere, as long as you have the internet connection, you can just take out your smartphone and place an order for anything, whether it's a piece of clothing, or some kind of book or DVD. So it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in a big city or small village, as long as you have the internet, you can get anything you want. How are my responses? Now let's learn some vocabulary from my responses so that you can use it in your next test. This vocabulary is closely related to today's topic because of the peacefulness or tranquility of nature. Tranquility. Tranquility. Tranquility means the comfortable quietness or peacefulness, usually of a small town or natural place. Tranquility. When it comes to, the migrants themselves. Migrant. Migrant. A migrant is a person who moves or migrates to another city or country. Migrants. Even if you live in a middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. If you are in the middle of nowhere, it means you are in a very small town where you see almost nobody. In the middle of nowhere. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot from my responses. Good luck on your test. Bye bye.